And welcome everybody to the Master Heart family. That it's just delightful to be with you. It's a way to take our Mondays and just shoot it off like a rocket into the best week we've ever had. And you're going to love our time together. That we're going to talk about lots of miracles that are happening in all of our lives. And then we're going to invite divine intelligence in. And it's just a beautiful. In fact, I had sent a message that it's the keeper of all the answers and solutions to our desires. And don't you just love that? That, oh my goodness. And like those things that I, will text or message or whatever that that just comes from divine intelligence. Like when I wrote it, I went like, wow, that's really cool. Divine intelligence, God, that to think of the keeper of all the answers and solutions to our desires is with God, what we can also call divine intelligence. Isn't that beautiful? So we'll go there and we'll invite divine intelligence. And this week, you can expect to be led even. To greater and more wonderful things on what you have asked for. And so, like we do every Monday, every Master Heart Family session, as we talk about our miracles. And, if we only talk about miracles, you'll just get more and more miracles. And that's why it's so important to, attend this, watch it over again, because the more you can get exposed to this versus what the world is typically offering and social media, that the more you'll have the miracles and the things that you want in your life and having your dreams come true. So with that, who has some good news? What miracles are happening for you?
I had a great
Dr.
miracle
V.
today.
Hey, Carolyn. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I don't know who else was. I didn't want to interrupt them. Yeah, so my dad had a spot on his nose that came back as melanoma, the fourth time he's had melanoma.
Wow.
So and I was just praying and anticipating that it was gonna be no big deal. And we went to the surgeon today who was really awesome.
Wow.
But he thinks that it's going to be no big deal.
Yeah.
So, and he prayed over him, for divine healing and everything. And
The
then feels
doctor
like,
did?
yeah, him and the nurse. Yeah.
Wow. That's
So it was,
awesome.
yeah. So it was like really, really awesome because he's had this spot on his nose for over a year. So,
Yeah.
and he knew someone that was 30 years old, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, that they took his whole nose off and left a
Whoa.
hole in his face. So
Wow.
that's what he was fearing. And
Yeah. Yeah.
they don't think they're going to have to do anything other than, cut it out and then pull some
Yeah.
skin around it and possibly a skin graft. But
That's just
yeah.
awesome.
So
That's just
that was a wonderful miracle today.
Oh my goodness, yeah. And sometimes we get so caught up with things, in our life and not enough money or somebody, does something and you get a bad notice or, a bill or whatever. And I really, it's just nothing, and if we don't put any energy into it, and in fact, I just had a dentist that 2 weeks ago got a notification and was basically they were going to file against her, charge her a large fine, and there could be all kinds of other things. And so I helped her. She came to me and asked me for help, and I said, "Well, what we do, And so she's all afraid. She's going in, down this path of hell, okay, and with the committee saying, "Oh, this is going to be terrible," kind of Carolyn, like your dad, that thinking, he's going to lose his nose, whatever. And so I said to her, and in fact, I just had, and you maybe want to write this down, when anything happens to you that you don't like, and it's, some big thing that the committee tries to make out of it, that, and so last week we asked this dentist and I said, let us pray and to ask for this to be quickly resolved in my favor. So it's this idea about I love that this is being quickly resolved in my favor. And when you believe that, and when you ask for that, my question would be to all of us is, do you believe God could have whatever big situation you might be having? Do you believe that this could be resolved in your favor with God? What's the answer to that?
Absolutely.
You bet.
And
You
on the tail of that, the situation that I talked to you about, Dr. Hank, I don't think we talked about it, Master Heart, where they
right.
were coming after me for the money from the workers' comp insurance.
Yep.
When I went back with her on the stuff, I've never heard back from her again. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming it was quickly resolved in my favor and that I won't hear back from her.
There you go. Isn't that beautiful? And Carolyn, the way that you said that, it was just the confidence of I love this being quickly resolved in my favor. See, when we're
Thanks to you,
yeah,
getting me
well,
in the right frame of mind.
yeah, yeah. And when you say me, it's really not, me, this guy. It's that I'm channeling with the divine, and the divine, God gives me these answers for us to be able to say. So yeah. So Carolyn, and the confidence that you have with this, that and your business, and it's only money too. And so like, yeah, your dad, that this was a would be typically considered, more concerning than, whatever, a cash flow problem or whatever. But,
Mhm.
the fact is that any and all situations can be managed and resolved in your favor. Anything. Isn't that great to know that we have that power? Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, Carolyn, you're just amazing, and thank you for sharing your heart with us, and yeah, and again, there were some committee things in there about your dad, thinking he loses money. Have your dad think now about how he's even going to be better looking with after taking this
That's
off
what I
and putting
told him.
this
He's
in.
getting a free facelift because they're going to pull some
Yeah.
other skin around to fix it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That, if you had a little bit too big a nose, that now it's not gonna be, or whatever. But you just have fun with this. You just imagine what you want, and then you'll start getting it. And like also, Carolyn, like this idea about the doctor prayed with you, with you and your dad and the nurse, like, yeah. And see, when you put God in, and that's why this surgeon is just amazing, is because you said this surgeon is just amazing and he's connected. And when he's connected, like when he does the surgery, like had many surgeries, and when I have surgeries, I just ask God to have these surgeons have the perfect hands, have the perfect, way of doing it, on having it done perfectly. And the best surgeon in the world that's ever been is my surgeon right now on me. And then he will. He'll be the best. And he or she will surprise themselves on what a great job they did. Never done such a great job. Why? Because it's the power of our prayer, the power of our thought to be able to start calling it the way we want it. Woo, doggies. All right. Who else has some good news to share with us?
Dr. Hank, this is
Hey,
Melanie.
hey,
Sorry, I
Melanie.
just pulled back in. Hey, I've
Hey,
been having trouble on the calls today with no service, but I'm back at the RV.
okay.
Carolyn, I'm glad your dad's doing well, and I had something similar. My mom, same thing, so that's awesome. She had a spot on her leg, went to the surgeon. She had to fly back out of here the other day because she stayed with us for a while, and she had to go back to Florida, and they told her that it was pretty bad and she had to have that. It was basal cell and they had to go in. They said probably 7 to 8 layers and it ended up being one layer. They told her it'll heal. They lowered her blood thinners. And she's been on our supplements, our CoQ10, and her AFib is seeming to lighten up when she went to the cardiologist.
That's
So
fantastic.
those are miracles. Yeah, so yes. And then I placed another scanner today. Yay. So
Yay.
that was a miracle. I've been working with. Yep, and I have two more coming this week. So I've
Oh,
just been asking for it. I've been in Virginia for 2 weeks now. We're here for one. We're here till Saturday,
yeah.
and my daughter's sending me places. And to be honest, my daughter was the one that says, "Mom, how's that MLM stuff going? My mom, the MLMer, I mean, she'd like joke with me.
Yeah,
And she would make fun of me. And I told her, well, you'll make fun of me someday. I said, when you're one of my heirs, that you'll have some of that money. And she now is sending me places. I scanned everyone yesterday. My granddaughter was like 28,000 and she's 2. So I
Oh,
mean, she was, or 38,000 and she was
yeah,
2.
yeah.
So she got the highest of anybody that I scanned, and she's
Oh
2.
my God.
So
Yeah.
no, I've just had so many miracles, and being here, I was worried about not being focused on working. I'm doing my Crunch Fitness thing tomorrow. Just went and got a bunch of fruits and stuff to make a big fruit basket.
Yeah.
I just have all kinds of miracles coming my way. Just wanted to share.
Oh my God, Melanie, that's fantastic.
So,
And see, can't we all
all
feel
good.
Melanie's vibration? Can't you just feel the excitement of like the God within her shining? Like with Carolyn and now Melanie, that
It's super exciting.
yeah, yeah. And see, you really don't even have to have anything going on in your favor right now. You just, as far as physically, in your circumstance,
Mhm.
you just have to have it in your head. Wow, I just love that business is so good. I just love that I
Yep.
play more scanners. I just love that I get my whole family involved with this. I love that everybody's excited about what I offer. And again, whatever you offer that, and we offer different things here, that whatever you offer. But some of us offer here some patented formulas that increase health. I had someone the other day say that patent formula actually helped them with their colon, and they've had some major colon issues most of their life. And it's like, wow, and so it's just like, see, and it's really, the placebo effect that is
Mhm.
that every scientific experiment, testing of anything, always we have to include the placebo effect. And what is that effect? That effect is that, when we give to somebody something and we tell them this is going to help them, that if they believe that it'll help them,
I
even
can't hear.
if what's that?
You
What?
can't hear. You can't hear.
Oh, you can't hear me
Uh-uh.
right
I
now?
can hear you now. Sorry, I was getting out of my car and I think it shut
Okay.
off. But no, I did want to tell you one other thing. You
Yeah.
have taught me so much, because I will tell you, you just talked about it a few minutes ago about the whole, and I could not write it down, but can you remind me what that was to write down about in your favor?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we had our house on the market. We had people go over this week 4 times while we're here in Virginia.
Mhm.
They were ready to place an offer. It was a little higher than what they wanted to pay. We got the word yesterday that they found something else, and my husband was all disappointed. And I used Dr. Hank. I said, guess what? It wasn't meant to be. The
Yeah.
next one will come along and it's still going to happen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm rubbing off on him now.
Yeah, good. Yeah, we rub off on each other. It's these ripple effect that we're, helping the world, being the light to the world and doing it. So a couple of things that, first of all, there's never, ever anything to be disappointed about, which Melanie understands that. And so her husband is actually just contrast, saying what we don't want is, oh, this is disappointing. And for Melanie to change her direction from the unwanted, okay, that this is terrible and the house isn't selling, to the wanted. Wow, this means that we're going to get someone that's going to be a better price for us, going to be better for us, and just keep it better. You just this general way of being able to state it the way that you want. And so, yeah, there's the perfect buyer for your home, Melanie, and that you
There
just
is.
invite that perfect buyer in. Remember, this world has everything I want in it and everything I don't want in it. And what do you think
Right.
about? What are we
Right.
thinking about? Oh, I don't have enough money. Well, you're going to get more not money, that you got to be thinking about, wow, I love that. And so it is that everything is in my favor, turns in my favor. And so, yeah, it's quickly resolved in my favor.
Quickly
And
resolved in my favor. I'm going to tell him that later, because he was
yeah,
pretty disappointed after 4 visits to the house and they were going the 5th time. He's like, oh, I
yeah,
know they're going to put an offer on. I know they're going to put an offer on it. And
yeah,
I was pretty positive they were.
yeah,
And then when she said that, I told him, I said, guess what? We just took it off the market. We got that we were getting that offer
while it was
Yeah.
off the market. We're going to keep it off for a few months. Market's going to come back up and we're
Yeah,
going to make more money in the long run. So we're just going to stick with it. And I told him, I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
this wasn't our time.
yeah.
So
Just
thank
go
you.
what feels the best. We go in
That's it.
God's time. Yeah.
But thank you for that.
Yeah, that's beautiful, Melanie. Beautiful, beautiful. So, other good news, other miracles happening?
I got one.
Hey,
Hey, Joey.
So, Dr. Hank, sometimes I ask for what I want, right? I'm focused on what I want. Sometimes I'm too focused on what I want that we decide at my weekly sessions that we have and stuff. But a few weeks ago, I met a photographer in the area here.
Mm.
And it's been about three and a half years since I've had new headshots done and stuff, and I go out there public and stuff like that. So we did them, and man, we just had a blast doing them. We did them over a 2-day period. One of them was in a studio. The other one was at this old train and stuff like that,
Awesome.
and and it was I just really had fun.
Yeah.
And I didn't even ask for anything to come of that other than I just really enjoyed that time.
Mm.
Well, she ended up putting some of the photos up on like Instagram and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I've gotten 2 calls now. One was MSN and the other is a magazine in LA that both want to feature me and the works I do and everything else for
Oh my God.
and it's like I didn't ask for that. I didn't think of that. I didn't think, it was just enjoyable going through the photo shoot and getting,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
sometimes it's like just knowing good is coming. I don't have to define exactly what it is, and it leaves a door open to receive good
Yes.
things.
Oh, boy, is that powerful there, Joey. Yeah. What a door open to receive. See, when I get locked in, oh, the house has to be sold at this time, at this price, or whatever. When I get locked into that, now I'm doing God's work. And when I do
Yeah.
God's work, it's the committee doing it. And so it's this idea about the reason why this is magical, your pictures, is because you were in joy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. It
people,
was,
yeah, people see that, they feel that. Yeah. And you're looking better than ever, Joey.
I'm not using makeup and I still don't sing.
Oh, that's great. I love it. Yeah, congratulations. That's the other thing about business, where most of people are looking for business. Your committee has you looking for wherever they're telling you that business is at. That was their experience, maybe whatever. That don't be listening to other people. You listen to God. And what does that mean? You be quiet and you ask, hey, I want to build my business. I want to find people that are ready, willing, and able, that are similar minded, where we get along well, that they love what I offer and they pay for what I offer. If you just fill your mind with that, God will do it. And I had somebody the other day say to me, well, so what the hell? You want me to just sit on a couch? And I said, pretty much so. Because you'll get inspired thoughts that'll get you off the
Yeah.
couch, okay? It's
Yeah.
not do. It's not this work hard stuff. It is that I'm going to allow in step 4, I'm going to aim it, I'm going to allow, believe, and expect that I'll be the magnet to attract the people and the circumstances and do what I want. That when I have an inspired thought, I'll take inspired action. It's not action. It's only when you're inspired. So enjoy yourself. And then it all comes to you. So Joey enjoys. Yeah, joy.
Yeah. The other thing with that, exactly what you're saying, Dr. Hank, is I released a client about a week and a half ago. And I've had a couple more finish and stuff, so it's kind of gone from here and it's dropped a little. And what I'm doing is I signed up for another pickleball tournament in a couple months and I'm playing with somebody. So we're out practicing and I'm spending my time out on the court. And as I do so, I'm watching people coming in and schedule calls with me to discuss coaching and things like that. And and all I do is keep me out of the mix of it happening.
Yeah. And your only mix is to be in joy. That's where God is. And so when you're in joy, you're with God and you're also with your desires. And so that's why I've shared before that, when I'm walking with God, I'm also walking with my desires, because that's where God is.
Yeah.
Your desires, your dreams are just so cherished and loved by your higher power, by God, by all that is. That you have those dreams because we are all the pioneers in this world that signed up for this. To go in this world, have this contrast of the sickness, of the lack of business, of the whatever, to have that contrast, to birth these beautiful dreams. And then all we need to go is with God to those dreams, because God has never been disappointed with you. God has never been sad about anything, because God instantly knows where you are and what you want, and God goes to what you want and is in joy. We just need to go in joy. And what does that mean? Real easy things like playing pickleball. Okay, that Joey actually had slowed up on his pickleball and slowed up his business. And it's like, how does that happen? And that happens because Joey loves pickleball.
That.
Yeah, yeah.
I still remember when I was struggling to get business and I had 2 clients and stuff like that. And I was talking to you and you go, what the hell are you doing, man? Go get in your car and go over or drive over to Chattanooga and go hang gliding.
Yeah.
And I did. And I was like, well, I had to take money on my bank account to, my savings to do that and stuff. And I'm out there and all of a sudden I get into the enjoyment of it. And I was literally putting the glider together to take another launch off the mountaintop and my phone rang and somebody wanted to set up a call with me. I'm in the air traveling down and I get to the bottom and stuff. I turn my phone back on, somebody else had called. And I ended up in a month and a half going from 2 up to 8 clients.
Yeah.
And I was just having fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy, if that isn't something. Stephen?
Good morning, Master Family. How is everybody doing today? God bless everybody. That is such a great message today, because I have spent some time being quiet, and I been just getting download after download after download of just things you need to do. And it's all common sense, but only happens when you're quiet, because there's too much shit going on sometimes during the day. So
Yeah.
pull
Yeah.
it down, shut it off, and just
Yeah.
go. I'm lucky to be right next to the mountains, and I got a little spot I like to go hike to. It takes a few minutes, but just to get out and just get away from everything and just be
Yeah.
quiet is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And
Brother Uncle coming. Brother Uncle coming.
yeah, you mentioned some beautiful words there so how do I do that? Just ask, quiet my mind. I want to quiet my mind now.
Simple.
I invite
Yeah.
you in now. Go take a walk out in nature. Enjoy, go play pickleball. Go do what you love. And again, this is just the opposite of what we were brought up with. That you got to go out and when you're going out and you're trying to do the how, that what happens is you're going upstream and none of your desires are upstream.
Fighting.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. And so let it go, allow God to give you. Now, we're not puppets here. We're the ones that are asking. So it all starts with our thinking.
Wow.
What are you thinking about?
Mm-hmm.
And so most of us aren't thinking about what we want and just go into what some people refer to as Dr. Hank's La La Land. Just go into, hey, I just love that. I love the story about the mom and 2 sons who have a little t-shirt business, and live in 3 different cities, and they talk to each other every night. And every night they just talk about, the Hawaiian home they're building and the Learjet and all this stuff. And none of it is actually physically happening. People would observe this, the committee would judge them and say, those are 3 poor people with a starving business. Okay. But every night they would talk, and they would talk about the wealth that they lived in, the happiness that they had, all the money that they had, their business being so successful and loving life. And because they did that, one day, that out of the blue, one of the sons gets a call from a major investor and says, I've been looking at your t-shirts and I want to support you, invest in you guys and build this business. And so that night he's on the phone And he says to his mom and brother, hey, you know, an investor called me and gonna give us millions and take our business. And they all go, yeah, that's great. That's great. And he goes, but the guys, this is the guy's name. We're really getting the money. And they go, what? You gotta be kidding me. You know, it's like, holy mackerel. And so sure enough, and guess what they were doing then a year later? Building a home in Hawaii,
Mhm.
Correct. Of course they are.
flying in their Learjet.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you can make up anything you want. Why in the hell are we making up this drama story about what we're living right now? What we're living right now is just the accumulation of what we've been thinking. I'm going to change my thought, man. I'm going to change it and just make it up the way that I want it. And I love when people say, Dr. Hank, why don't you face reality? Yeah, and I say, I'm never gonna face reality because we've all been told that one way or another. Face reality, face your, you know, paycheck, face how your relationships are, you know, whatever. And again, the response is, I'm never gonna face reality. I'm gonna create it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen, baby. Yeah. All of us. That's what we're gonna do.
So, Dr. Hank, I work off of the analogy that my vision is reality.
Yeah.
And then everything that's happening around me right now is just what it looks like as that vision is unfolding. Is that the same thing?
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. And when you look at it as that vision unfolding, what's happening right now, vision unfolding, you want to, by you saying this is all part of it to get me there. In other words, there's nothing to be sad about, oh, no, or, you know, whatever that, you know, I think stop the judging. Do not judge. We've been told not to judge. It's like God placed these things in my path. These things like, you know, the cancer on my nose, the lack of business, you know, bad relationships, whatever. God places those there so you can realize that's what I don't want, because you never otherwise would realize it. Okay, you'd never ever be there. And then you ask, what do I want, God? And God gives it to us. And that one step at a time. And don't worry, don't be judging it, how long it takes. Everything is playing out perfectly. So I love that, Joey. Yeah. Have the vision and know this is what's in my life now. It's now. Your vision is now because you're thinking about it now. And when you embrace and feel it now, here with you, you'll open up your eyes and you'll experience it. Yeah.
God's timing is perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everything is coming in perfect timing and perfect portions. So the money that's coming, the way it's coming. So when I find that penny at the car wash, I just, you know, do a dance around that penny, pick up that penny, do a little thing, and people are looking at me, and I don't care what the hell people are thinking, because I know that penny is leading to more, and it's just more. I don't have to get into millions and just more. Just enjoy ourselves, enjoy this amazing, wonderful life. And then more of what you want will come to you.
Hey, Dr. Hank, if anybody's on my LinkedIn, check it out because I shared a post that somebody else on my page shared today.
Okay.
And it's pretty much exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, exactly. It says God is opening a new door in your life that no one can shut. Amen. And it talked about today's scripture, going through the camp and tell the people, get your provisions ready. And it talks about no matter what you've been through, of history of depression, sickness, divorce in your family. I mean, if just take time to read it, it is amazing and talks about exactly what you're talking about right now.
That's fantastic, Melanie. And it's just all about this. Surround yourself with these ideas. Don't be watching silly movies that are all scary and you have nightmares about. Don't be watching the news and they spend millions of dollars to look at the small percentage of things unwanted that are happening. Fill yourself with these good feeling thoughts. In fact, I have a book. One of my books is Good Feeling Thoughts, 7 Good Feeling Thoughts every day. literally it says May 6th, and on May 6th, there's 7 good feeling thoughts. Fill your mind. Go to Melanie's, Facebook page, and see that. But I wouldn't recommend getting on social media a lot. Because you don't have control on a lot of it, and it's going to bring up a bunch of stuff on people saying
Right,
this,
right.
that,
Rather
everybody has an opinion, but I don't care about anybody's opinion other than God's. And how do I know it's God's opinion? When I'm thinking about whatever subject it is that I feel good about. Okay? So if someone tells you, hey, go out and make 50 calls a day and doesn't feel good, then, that doesn't feel good. What do I want? What is the best way to share the good news of what I have to offer? And then you'll be shown the way. Okay. And then if you have fear about, like, knocking on a door, opening a door, if you will, that, I have fear about that. That's what I don't want. What do I want? Wow, I want to be courageous. I want to be confident. I want to share the good news. I want to stand tall. I want to share who I am. I'm going to be the authentic me. And as you become authentic like this, because we all have the same thoughts and stuff and, whatever. And, it's just like, let's just all just start enjoying our lives and quit judging and others, ourselves, and just enjoy this beautiful life. Yeah, beautiful. I'd like to just share one thing that we have a member, Jeff. He's part of our Master Heart family, and um, I've talked about gold mines. Hey, you discover a gold mine, and so some of you have, but he likes putting it as gold and then mind, MIND. So gold mine, okay, and we have gold mines, okay.
Yeah.
This is a gold mine. So the first gold mine that we all have is this, and this is what takes us to everything that we want. But when I first met him, he didn't have much money. He just retired. And all he could say is that he's going to run out of money before he runs out of life. Now, don't write that down, because that's what we don't want. Okay. But because he said, I'm going to run out of money before I run out of life, that was his committee talking. And so I helped him with his thinking. And yesterday, his miracle, that you couldn't be with us today, but his miracle is that this is the first month now that he's made more money, okay, than what his expenses, whatever, are. Didn't have to take it out of retirement, whatever. And he sees this bright future now. There's plenty of everything, folks, because we have a gold mine. And is it your gold mine, or is it a bunch of coal like Santa gives you? You get to decide which kind of mine you have. If it's Santa's the coal mine, then that's the committee, okay? And what are you building on? So, any other last thoughts
There's
before?
something quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so for 45 years I lived the way that you're describing. I did not realize I was a master at manifesting the life that I was living. I was just living in lack and scarcity and fear all those years.
Yeah.
And after meeting you and learning how to do this in such an easy way, my life is just a complete turnaround. I love to travel. And so now, God, universe, spirit is giving me all of these ways to be able to travel for free a lot of the times. I just went to Florida for 3 days last week, 2 nights, Monday, and came home on Wednesday evening.
Yeah.
They're just showing up in my life. Since February, I've been to Tampa, Waikiki, Pensacola, Chicago for the day to go shopping. Like, I'm just asking for more opportunities to travel, and they're just falling into my lap because that's what I love to do.
Yeah.
And previously, like the other day, my daughter, she's getting ready to graduate high school and she's going to be going off to college, and she got an email that she had to pay $126 for orientation.
Yeah.
the old me would have been freaking out as to where that money's coming from.
Yeah.
I didn't even hesitate. I handed her my debit card because I knew I had it. I didn't have to worry. Today, I had to go to the tire shop. I thought I had to get my tire fixed. Nope, $156 for a new tire.
Yeah.
No problem. I just handed him my debit card. You know, the old me would have been so worried when those things came up. And it's just so beautiful to live like this now.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And see what it was. So you were before for, 40 some years that you were saying things like there isn't enough and I gotta, watch my money means I don't have enough of it, etc. And so then God brings us that because there's no judgment. God brings us whatever we ask for, whether we want it or not. And so now you realize the other thing is that you were trying to figure out the how. Oh, gee, if it's $126, that how am I going to be doing that? Instead, you're like on the trips that, hey, I'd like to travel and I like to travel more. So because you didn't do the path of, oh, I need this much money, how am I going to get the money? That takes you to hell. Okay. What it is, hey, I want to go on these, I want to travel more and show me the way. And so
Yep.
you've been in, Hawaii. You've been, you're just amazing. You're traveling all over the place. And your tears of joy touch all of us, Shell. It touches our heart. We all want tears of joy. And now we can have it. We can have tears of joy because we can create that. Isn't that beautiful? Before we get with the divine here, that last night I was sitting in our backyard in our new garden, and we're creating our new home, and it's our new garden that we're making. And when we first started the garden, we were planting our seeds. Okay, like we plant our seeds of our thought into God's mind. We're planting our seeds into the Texas soil that, from builders. I mean, we dig a few inches down, there would be wires in there and, bolts and wood and, all kinds of stuff. And we decided that, instead of doing this soil that wasn't good, it was like the soil of the committee, that everything died. Okay. And that I remember in Deborah Crystal's book, the Crystal Princess, that she wrote when she was walking down the stairway to hell, and when she was living in hell, which all of us can either live in hell or heaven right here, right now, we get to decide. And when she was there, she was talking about in her book how everything around her died. Dogs died, people died. She died. Her heart stopped beating. And this dirt reminded me of, this dirt, by our home is like planting seeds in there, that it's planting seeds of what I don't want. So what we did is we made these beautiful flower beds. We got all kinds of soil and we hired a bunch of people to haul it all in. We got this beautiful black soil, okay? And we started planting our seeds in that soil. And now we have these plants and flowers that are just thriving, like we're thriving in our lives, that each one of us are like this beautiful flower that is just blossoming because we're putting thoughts into God's rich, fertile soil. Into the mind of God, we put our thoughts. And so let's go there now. And I invite you to just get relaxed, to close your eyes, to breathe in deeply. Breathe in 5 seconds and breathe out 5 seconds. And just say to yourself, relax. Breathe in. And breathe out. The fastest way to be with God is through our breath. The word spirit in the Bible means breath, and this is where we're going now. We are headed into the kingdom. Breathe in. And breathe out. Oh, and just get so comfortable. Release anything that has troubled you, any committee members, blow them out. And breathe in the breath of God. And again, breathe out. And breathe out anything unwanted. Now breathe in the wanted. And breathe out. And just get so comfortable. And we are now going to just glide into the kingdom within us. As you deeply breathe, just relax the top of your head, your crown. Open up your crown and let the white, bright, liquid love of God flow into you. Flow down your body. Just relax. Feel this loving energy flowing into your mind, flowing into your senses, your eyes, your nose, your mouth. Just allow God's love to flow down your neck, your shoulder, this white liquid love. It's just flowing down your eyes, through your hands, feeling so good. Just smile. Just enjoy this time with the divine. That we know that we are the askers. We have this amazing ability to think. We now ask our thoughts to be guided by the divine. So we breathe in and breathe out. Just find that white, loving light of God going down your throat, down your chest, your lungs, down into your stomach and your organs. Just what amazing, miraculous bodies we have. They're so healthy now, so youthful, so energized. Oh, we love this oneness. So we breathe in again. And we know that we've been given this gift to think. And we ask that our thoughts now are loving thoughts, kind thoughts, abundant thoughts, thinking of our bright future. Just think and visualize now your bright future. Oh, the laughter, the smiles, the abundance, all the money, all the travels, all your desires flowing now to you. We ask now with these beautiful thoughts of our bright future. We ask that we plant this now into divine intelligence, into the rich, fertile soil of God that creates all things. All things come wanted from this rich soil. No longer do we take the soil that doesn't feed us our dreams. We simply don't pay attention any longer to that, and instead we pour in to this beautiful divine intelligent soil our thoughts, our bright future, of our long, our happy, our healthy and wealthy lives. We send now to all other people our loved ones, those that have been walked before us, those that walk with us, those that shall walk with us now. We are magnets to attract amazing and wonderful people into our lives. We just love on how our businesses are growing. We are growing. Just love on how we're getting healthier and wealthier. We love that we're more playful and we have more fun. Love how carefree we are now. We just enjoy, we just love. We only put a charge into the things that we love and desire and want and experience that make our hearts sing. Oh, and that beautiful white loving light of God flows down now, across our hips, down our thighs, our knees, our calves, our ankles, and our feet. They're all just so amazing, these bodies, the way we can walk, the way we can move our arms and make things, the way that we can consume food for energy. And it's just marvelous the way we can breathe. Oh, but most of all, Lord, we love the way that we can think now. We love these good feeling thoughts flowing in to our consciousness now. We love your thoughts flowing in to us. And then we love our feelings. Oh, we love our good feelings, our communication system of our good feelings to you, and you communicating good feelings to us. As we only think about the things we desire, the things we love and want. For our dreams now are coming true. And we just give thanks for this. Just experience your dreams coming true now. Let us be in tears of joy. So we feel these dreams flowing in, these experiences, these people. The abundant life is now ours. We claim it. We claim all the miracles that are being handed out by divine intelligence, by our angels, by God Almighty, by Christ, by Buddha, by all the divine spiritual leaders. Spiritual divine ones that come into our consciousness now and bless us. Oh, we are cleansed, our minds, our emotions, our body, and we are wide open now, open to receive now all of the blessings, all of our dreams, all of our miracles, all of the out of the blue experiences and things that make our hearts sing, that allow us to cry in joy. Oh, we give thanks that this is how life is. We get to call it the way we want it. And this is how we call it now. And thank you for enlightening us. Thank you for giving us peace now, as peace just pours over us and through us and in us. Joy pours onto us, in us and through us and around us. And love, oh, and easy money, an easy life, and more freedom, and more health, wealth, and success. It is now ours, for we have allowed it. We are the receivers now of everything that we have asked for. And just get immersed in this love, this joy, this this peace. And you are now enlightened. You see the truth, the magnificence of you and the beauty of this world. You are the captain of your ship, and it sails free now to all of your desires. And for this now being done, we give thanks. For this being in our lives now, we give thanks and know that this is so. And I now invite us all back into our beautiful chairs, this beautiful Mother Earth of ours. I invite you now to just sit back, relax, and invite this amazing new life that you have just created by opening up your eyes now and welcome your dreams here now. I feel good, like I knew that I would. So good, so good, so good. Woo-hoo. Hey,
Good.
yeah. So, other thoughts, comments?
Peaceful, very peaceful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's really all we need. Yeah, just quiet the committee, quiet our mind.
yeah. It's been really good lately. Just shut it down and just go be in nature. It's really nice.
Yeah.
I needed it.
Yeah.
When you said something during the meditation about being open to receive, I just felt like my heart and my head like opening like a funnel, and just like everything I've ever wanted is coming to me.
Yeah, and coming to you now. Yeah, it's so beautiful, Michelle. I see that. I see that funnel on you. It's just beautiful. It's just pouring down. Yeah, and it's pouring down for all of us. We all have a funnel now that's just coming right down, right into us on everything that you dreamed of, that you desire, that it's all flowing into you right now. It's all happening now. And when you feel it, then you'll see it. When you believe it, then you'll see it. The world is, when I see it, I'll believe it. We are above averages, above the world, above the committee. We call it the way we want it.
I wasn't doing that again.
That beautiful heart, yeah. Like our Master Heart family.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have my Master Heart family trophy, and any of you want one, that just let me know. And so with that, yeah, it's just beautiful, and you're beautiful. And now you can walk in peace, you can walk confident and tall, and just be inspired to go out and share your good news. Share the good news with the world. Your good news, all you need to do is smile. All you need to do is show
they need it. They need it, the good news. They need good
Yeah.
news. The world needs
Yeah.
good news.
Yeah, yeah. And you have all the good news that you ever want, because there's an endless from divine intelligence that we just tapped into.
Yeah.
It is the keeper of all the answers, all the solutions, and all the understanding. So you don't have to do the work anymore.
It's
Yeah,
all coming together. All coming together.
you bet. So I know Joey's ready for this. We like to laugh and have more fun. We like
to laugh and have more fun.
On.
For we are the chosen ones.
For we are
We
the
are
We
the
are the chosen one.
Very good, Joey. Divine intelligence is our new game.
Divine
Divine
intelligence
intelligence is
is
our
our
new
new game.
game.
Answers and solutions are our middle name.
Answers
Answers and solutions are our middle name.
Dreams come true is our divine right.
Dreams come
Dreams
true
come
as our
true
divine
as our
right.
divine right.
As we walk in God's divine light.
As
As
we
walk
walk
in
in
God's
God's
divine
light.
light.
Yeah, be like kids. Let's sing it. Sound off the Master Heart
Sound off.
family.
Sound off the Master Heart
Sound off.
family.
Sound off the Master Heart family.
Sound off
Off the Master Heart
family.
family.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, you are now guided by divine intelligence, God, and all that is. And this week shall be the best week you've ever had, as long as you allow it. And we now allow the best week, the best time, the most smiles, laughter, and incredible miracles coming our way right now. I love you all. Bye-bye.
Love you.
Love you, Jim.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Have a
Love
blessed
you all.
week.
Thank you.
Woohoo!
Bye all. Have a
Good
great
one.
week.
Good, you
Thank
too,
you.
everybody. Solid. Be well, Dr. Hank.
Cheers.